What's up, everybody? Rob Cash is on the set. Before we get started, any mentioning of any digital asset is not financial advice. You know what to do. Now, the main subject for tonight's, this evening's, or this morning video, wherever you may be, is going to be about adoption. That's the subject I want to touch on the most, adoption. And I'm going to get into something just a little personal real quick before we start the video. There's a lot of people hating on each other in my comments, other YouTubers' comments, on each other about whatever, I guess, digital asset that they're invested in, whether it's the YouTube content provider or people in the comments. What most of you morons fail to realize that you're in this space so early that anyone, I think, holding my personal opinion, and I think a lot can agree with this, anyone that's holding any of the assets in the top at least maybe 150, stretching it to the 200 digital assets in that ranking from 1 to 200 maybe, you're going to make money. That's how early in the market you are. And I noticed that a lot of friction are from people who only just got in 2017. You're not even qualified to bitch and whine about what people are holding. You want to talk about shit coins? The amount of shit coins that were around before 2017 are just unbelievable. So while you're talking about projects like VeChain, Tron, and calling that stuff shitcoin, you don't necessarily have to believe in it as much as the next person, but they're out here getting it done. They're out here getting adopted. No matter how small the notch is on the adoption belt, evidently they're proving enough to get millions of dollars poured into their project and making some type of deal some way where this wasn't even happening in 2017. At least not, not in the early parts. So for those that feel like everything is shit, remember one man's shit is the next man's gold. And not only that, we're here to make money. We're all going to make money this early in this market. There's no way you're going to tell me that a person buying VeChain at 0.006 cents is not going to make money when trillions of dollars start coming into this market, even if it's only by Bitcoin pulling it up, or XRP pulling it up, or even Ethereum pulling the market up. The point is, people are going to make gains. We're going to make gains. First of all, we were at all new lows in an extended bear market. So if you can't make money in the next bull run, then something's wrong with everyone. So the point I'm making is that we're all going to make money. We don't have to get into this religious cultish thing about what people are actually investing in. It's too early to even know. Nobody knows what's going to happen in the future. I don't care how much you know about the space, the technology. You don't know shit. No one knows the future. The point is, one thing I can tell you is that we're all going to make money. Now, let's get back to the adoption. Flexa is on the set with Rob Cash tonight with some of this news, and we're going to get straight to it right now. How Flexa will increase the adoption of crypto payments among merchants. Sound juicy. Keyword tonight, adoption, folks. Let's scroll down, check this out. I'm going to read a portion of the story, not all the way through it, but we're going to get the meat and potatoes of it. Skeptics always seem to ask one question: where can you spend Bitcoin? As much as it is a nuisance, it is a strong pointer that the rate of cryptocurrency adoption is still slow. After all, if cryptos were hugely popular, you would find many merchants that accept Bitcoin and other cryptos as a form of payment. This is the challenge that Flexa, a company based in New York, is trying to solve. So far, the company has raised $14.1 million, which will be used to close the gap between merchants and crypto holders. The volatility of crypto markets is the main reason behind the reluctance of merchants to accept cryptocurrency payments. I'm going to read one more paragraph real quick. Similar to Apple Pay, Flexa allows users to buy goods by simply scanning an enabled QR code Tyler Spalding, the CEO of Flexa, revealed that their solution doesn't require sellers to upgrade their software and hardware to function. The system works by creating a backward compatibility code that tells the POS terminal to accept the payment, which is later reconciled through the ACH network. And for those that don't know, that's automated clearinghouse. Okay, and this looks like this will be a lot faster than ACH, because I'm gonna go down to the last paragraph here. Like we said, we're gonna talk about the meat and potatoes, right? Flexa intends to solve the volatility issue by converting crypto payments into fiat in real time. Not slow like ACH, in real time. I'm going to read this all over again. Flexa intends to solve the volatility issue by converting crypto payments into fiat in real time. In this regard, Spalding revealed that they are working with several exchanges to ensure that the crypto payments are debited and the fiat is credited instantly after the purchase is confirmed. This is nice, folks. This is nice. I'm going to go down to this last part here. In the future, Flexa plans to become a hub that interconnects crypto projects, merchants, and customers. This will be made possible by the development of an SDK that allows users to integrate Flexa into their existing services. Keyword tonight, adoption. Now, the only thing that worries me is that they're based in New York, and we know that anyone looking to do any type of, I guess, digital asset business in New York has to acquire a BIT license. But I'm guessing these exchanges that Flexa are going to be working with has already jumped through those hurdles or through those hoops or over those hurdles. So let's hope that they won't be stagnated by New York. And obviously they know what they're doing if they're based in New York. So they probably already got the gears greased already. So now the subject tonight is adoption, right, folks? So let's move on to the next thing. Let's talk about tokenization here. Now, I'm going to read the title. Get used to the word tokenization. How the digitizing of assets is leveling the investor playing field. Now, I'm going to speak just a quick minute before I get into the article. Now, we're always crying, well, at least not me, but, I see a lot of it, on social media. I mean, the bitching, the moaning, the crying, the whining, about adoption, what's happening in the price. Listen, you crybabies need to understand what's actually going on here, okay? Follow the actions, follow the money. Stop whining about the price. You ought to be thankful. You ought to be thankful that you're able to stuff your bags till the seams start busting over in this market with all this adoption happening daily. A lot of this news is daily. You got Rob Cash making videos almost daily now. That's how serious the adoption is. And again, no matter how small the space is on the adoption belt, the point is another notch has been made. The belt of adoption is tightening, okay? Tokenization for us regular working folks, think about it. Crypto hasn't been fully adopted yet, and we're already into tokenization. That, for me, that's moving fast. We still have to get past, the SEC and all these other, regulatory clarities that need to be made, and we're talking about tokenization. Folks, trust me, the infrastructure, let me back up. Not the infrastructure. The institutions are ready for this, okay? Don't let the price fool you. If you let it fool you, you let me have your digital assets, and I'll get rich for you, okay? I'll buy them at a discount, and I will get rich for you. Now we're going to get into the article. Those poor people will be able to get tokenized assets. Now, guess what? I'll probably be able to buy a piece of Trump Tower for $1,000. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole Bitcoin bubble thing and millennials, all that in the article. I'm going to try to get to the meat of it, all right? Tokens taking the place of securities. They talk about Stellar a little bit in this. I really don't want to get into that. Guys, I'm going to link the article in the description of the video so you can go into the depth of all that. I want to find the meat so we can get into it. Let's see. Okay. Now, many more assets are opening up to securitizing thanks to the blockchain. Blockchain technology allows any physical asset to be subdivided into digital tokens. An artwork, for example, can be offered to a community to buy for a local museum. What was once in the realm of only the richest in the world can now be bought and enjoyed by communities at large. So that means all of us can put our money together and we can buy physical assets. Physical assets you can touch, you can see. We'll be able to put our little bitty $100, our little bitty $50, and have a piece of something tangible. This is adoption, folks. If you think this is not adoption, maybe you need to be adopted by someone with some damn brains. If you don't see what this is, you need to adopt some intelligence. Again, the price might not reflect on all the news, but digital assets aren't even clear yet. And we're already talking about tokenization. Folks, trust me, when the floodgates open, that'll be one tidal wave you'll be glad to get hit by. Okay? I don't need no lifeboat. I don't need any of it. I'm ready to drown in wealth. I don't know about you, but I am. I'm going to read a little bit more of this. Like I said, I'm going to link the articles in the description. I'm going to try not to hold you guys up too long. Real estate is another asset that would benefit immensely from tokenization. If you have a house that is worth $500,000, but you only need a portion of that to start a business, say $50,000, then you are out of luck. You better hope that your bank will give you the money. However, with tokenization, the house can be converted into tokens and enough sold to fund your business. Listen, aren't you glad you're in this space? All the people that you told about this that walked away and said you're in a Ponzi scheme or that you're in some bullshit will be knocking at your door, begging for you to educate them in this space. But by that time, you'll be so far ahead, there'll probably be new things happening. You won't have the time. Stop the arguing and the bickering with each other amongst other communities, their projects, their tokens. It needs to stop because we're all going to make money. I don't care what you're into, what you're doing, because this information I'm sharing with you right now, of course, the smart people are going to move into tokenized assets. We're going to move to bigger and better things instead of just hodling. We're going to be buying tokenized assets, building our portfolio, expanding, our hindsight. This is real, folks. Key word tonight, adoption. I'm not going to read the rest of it. As you see, the article will be, like I said, the article will be linked in the description, but I'm quite sure you can understand the gravity of this news. So we're going to move on with the key word tonight, adoption. Now, I'm going to read the top of the article, and I'm going to give you a little bit of Rob Cash before I read it. Is Crypto.com powerful enough to rival Coinbase? How the MCO Visa card and the Coinbase card differ. Now, I don't care how they differ at the moment. The point I'm making is adoption. For all you people who only been in here a year and all of a sudden are an expert on everything in this space, you're not. Sit your ass down. Because if you've been in the market, hell, as long as the digital asset investor, he's been in since 2013. I'm quite sure he find all this as major news. People back then were holding their crypto, were hoping they weren't getting arrested because there still wasn't even a clarity on whether it was legal or illegal. Now we're worried about whether a particular crypto card is better than the other. This is adoption, folks. This is adoption, folks. You have to stop the fighting. Stop the bullshit. The space is getting real. The prices, to me, are real good. I'm going to keep on stacking. I don't care which coin it is. You know what? I hold a hell of a lot of them. You know why? Because I'm hedging my bets. I want profits from as many as I can have. I don't care if it has a little bit of news. If the price is good, and if I can get 10,000 of them for 20 bucks, why the hell not? I've wasted $20 on worse stuff. Okay? I'm trying to get in where I can fit in. Now I'm going to get with the news here. I'm going to read the title one more time. We're going to get right to it. Is Crypto.com powerful enough to rival Coinbase? How the MCO Visa card and the Coinbase card differ. Okay. I might not get into how they differ. Again, I'm trying to spare you guys time, but I will link the articles if you want to get the full meat and potatoes of the whole thing. Okay, let's see. One of the biggest priorities in the cryptocurrency world is finding an option for mainstream use. And there's already been plenty of cases where merchants, oh, that word again, merchants will accept Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies for payment. However, there are some companies that have already developed debit-style cards and instantly convert funds into fiat cash when making payments. Two cards of particular interest that invest in blockchain pointed out are the MCO Visa card and the Coinbase card. Before now, the Coinbase card was the leader, paving the way for UK clients to use their cryptocurrency in everyday purchases. However, Crypto.com came out with the MCO Visa card, challenging Coinbase to the top spot. This Visa card has a substantial number of advantages, and they already have 100,000 card reservations, primarily centered in Europe and the United States. Now, the MCO Visa card, due to the connection, sorry about that. The MCO Visa card, due to the connection with the well-known and well-respected payment processor, has already been deemed acceptable by many retailers that accepts Visa. The card was made available in Singapore in October last year, and it will soon become the first crypto card to be available around the world this year. The services from Crypto.com, which is the producer of the MCO Visa card, include access to Crypto Invest, Crypto Credit, Crypto Wallet, and the Visa card. Presently, Crypto.com already has 400,000 users overall. Through co-founder and CEO Chris Mazurek, I hope I said that right, has not made any comments on the users for the card specifically. Now, the Coinbase card, they say, is relatively limited. The only clients with access to the card and its use are customers of Coinbase in the UK. So that means us in the United States can't use the card yet. The company plans to make the card available to other European countries as well, though they have not clearly stated which ones yet. There have been no notifications to the public regarding whether Coinbase will provide card services with the United States or the Asian market, showing that the clear front runner in this so-called, I'm going to read that again. I'm so sorry about that, folks. There have been no notifications in the public regarding whether Coinbase will provide card services with the United States or the Asian market, showing that the clear frontrunner in this so-called competition is the MCO Visa card. Now, it's saying that the MCO card is the better option because they have, I guess, a broader base of customers that can use the card and they'll be able to use their crypto. The point I'm making is that we're at the level of adoption that we have competition with debit or credit card users with spending their crypto. Guys, this was just ideas 2 years ago. So again, if you're some guy that just been here 6 months or just a year ago and you're some expert and you're crying about the price and adoption, sit your ass down. Please just sit your ass down, because this is real adoption. For the folks that are seasoned, that have been through the run-up, the bear market, that has been through the war, you deserve this. You know that this is adoption, and you deserve the wealth. Now, for the people that are crying, you deserve the wealth too. I'm glad you're in the space, but you honestly need to calm down and relax yourself a bit and know when you've been thrown a bone, okay? This is adoption. Now, we're going to go to some XRP news, but before I do that, I'm going to share something with the Holo community, which is practically part of the XRP community, because a lot of us see a lot of value in this Holo port and the Holo fuel option. I'm sorry I didn't present that right, Holo community. I'm trying to get to dinner, and I'm trying not to hold you guys up with the video, being too long. Now, this is a lengthy article on Medium, but I'm going to link this article in the description. And for those that want to find out more about what the Holo port has to offer so far as its inside guts and its makeup, you want to check this article out. For those that are into Holo and don't know about this, check this article out. It's about the Holo port and everything that it provides inside so far as, it's a hosting app bridging web users to crypto apps on Holo chain. Let me start up here. Okay. So a tour of Holo's initial apps. So you want to check this article out because it gives you, the skinny on the initial apps and I guess how those apps work and how, I guess what would you find that's a great option for you inside the unit. So it has deep key management. I read over it earlier while I was at work. Like I said, it's a lengthy article and it's worth reading. So you want to check this out. Personas, personal data management. It tells you how to manage your data, how to protect your data, and how you govern your data. Keeps your data sovereign unto you, as opposed to just say a carrier like Verizon or something like that selling off your data and you not having the option to pick and choose who views your data. Because in other words, it's all about trying to sell you something all the time. Holo hosting app, bridging web users to crypto apps on Holo chain. So, like I said, there's a lot to go over in here, and there's a lot of great things in here. As you see the bullet points in there under that particular subject, Holo Fuel peer-to-peer crypto accounting-based currency that does not require global consensus. So that keeps, things from bottlenecking. So you want to read that. Guys, please check out this Holo article on Medium and check out Holo Chain. I'm into Holo Chain. It's not financial advice. And I can tell you like this, at 0.0012 cents, you can't beat it. It's a working product. Man, listen, I don't care who comes in the comments and bash me what I spend my money on. Just understand this. What I spend my money on isn't going to make you broke. And what you spend your money on isn't going to make me rich. So I got to do my due diligence and do what's best for me to make sure I make it to the promised land of wealth. Now, I'm going to close this out with some XRP news. We're going to get right into it with the Daily Holo. Oh, excuse me, folks. Let me take a sip of water real quick. All right, now. We're going to go with this article right here in the Daily Holo. Like I said, the link is going to be in the description. And we're going to close this out with some XRP, baby. Ripple gearing up for major expansion of XRP-powered X Rapid. Oh, I'm excited. X Rapidly. Let's get right into it. Hope you guys don't mind if I read this. I want to get right on it because I don't want to miss nothing about this exciting news. Ripple Senior Vice President of Product, Ashish Burla, says Ripple will soon launch a major expansion of its XRP-based cross-border payment solution, XRapid. In a new Ask Me Anything on YouTube, Burla talks about the company's strategy for XRP and XRapid, which so far has one corridor officially open between Mexico and the Philippines. I'm going to read this quote right here. On-demand liquidity is available today in Mexico and the Philippines. So far, the positive responses from our customers in those two countries has been overwhelming, but we are working on the next set of destinations, which we'll be announcing in hopefully short order here. I know our product teams and marketing and engineering teams are working hard to light up those next set of destinations so that we can provide our customers with increased choice in terms of global expansion. My man is bullish. He's aggressive. I like that. Now, the biggest hurdle to opening a new XRapid corridor is making sure it's compliant with regulations in both countries. Ripple is then free to partner with crypto exchanges that can accept fiat from financial institutions, convert it to XRP, and send it overseas, where it is instantly converted back to fiat. I'm trying to think what other digital asset provides that type of convenience. And you know why I have faith in XRP's price? Because people pay for convenience. People pay for it. Now I'm going to finish reading. Ripple has partnered with Mexico-based exchange Bitso and Philippines-based Coins PH to power XRP payments between those two between those two countries. Right now, global currency provider Mercury FX is leading the push for real-world use of XRP for payments. In February, the company said it's looking to open up as many as 10 new payment corridors by the middle of this year. So I'm going to read this quote right under here. Oh, excuse me, folks. I'm happy to read this kind of stuff. We have plans for the Middle East. We have plans for Canada. Immediately, or did they spell immediately wrong? Either way, let's get on with it. But I think the really exciting thing that XRP and Ripple brings is it actually brings access to new markets that perhaps aren't actually accessible now. It's 2 countries today. It could be 10 before the middle of the year. And what stops it from being any more than that? Man, these guys are aggressive. I like this. XRP, baby. Burla says XRP has the edge on many digital assets because of its low fees and high speed. We've been talking about that the last year and a half. XRP has an advantage in that it was built specifically for payments. You hear that? XRP has an advantage in that it was built specifically for payments. These guys focused on mastering their craft. That's why they're going to be the masters at what they do. Now I'm going to finish reading. And so it settles in a matter of seconds. So that question that you had earlier about volatility, not an issue when using XRP for cross-border payments. The cost of sending with XRP is a fraction of a few pennies. And the third reason is that it's extremely scalable. You can do thousands of transactions per second using XRP, and all those reasons make it really well suited for cross-border payments. Ashish Burla told it to you with force, confidence, and truth, because we all know these factors, these use cases, these attributes are true for XRP. There's no need to even finish the rest of this story. The link will be in the description. The adoption is here. More adoption is coming, but the adoption, it's here. Rob Cash is off the set.